Welcome back to Swirl Cinema.
Welcome back. Hello.
We missed you guys. We are today reviewing Mean Girls, the movie, the
Girls, the musical movie.
I don't think we're gonna do that.
We're gonna sing the whole video.
No, I don't want to sing the whole video.
I thought the movie was alright.
Wait, what?
You liked it a lot more than I did.
I thought you liked it a lot.
Yeah, I did.
Mean Girls, the movie that is out right now, is the movie version of the stage musical Mean Girls, which is the musical version of the movie Mean Girls that came out in 2004, which is based on the book Queen Bees and Wannabes. Nailed it.
Bees and Wannabes. We are not familiar with the book.
No, I've never read the book.
As point of clarity.
I never read it.
We are familiar with the first movie.
Of course, who isn't?
We got to see the show last year, not too far around this time. And then now we've seen the movie. So we've almost seen this story.
So we're plugged in.
We're good
ready.
to go.
Ready to go. So that obviously was the role that was made famous by Lindsay Lohan.
Shut up. I didn't say anything.
In 2004.
Classic.
And Rachel McAdams, who does an amazing job as Regina George. And that movie was like, is that touchstone, is that pillar in cinematic history? I think it is.
Fetch.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
Don't try to make fetch happen.
I'm sorry.
It's not gonna happen. My dad's still trying to make fetch happen. So that's how far-reaching the movie is. And I think it's phenomenal. Like, Tina Fey directed the movie and wrote the screenplay back in 2004.
Wrong!
20 years ago.
That's disgusting. And it really was this like amazing look into high school life, at least what adults thought high schoolers were doing. It is so great and refreshing to see a movie that's like, unlike Twilight, where she's the new girl and everyone's like, ooh, the shiny new toy, we want to be, it has this falsified version of like what you think being a new girl is. Yeah, pretty much, if you've never been in a high school, in a classic American high school, it is like, the jungle. It is crazy out there. And if you don't have
apex predators.
And if you don't have a roadmap, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie for a long time. I don't think I got around to it until, and it wasn't really a chick flick at the end of the day. It was one of those movies that did kind of.
It kind of is it's a teen movie that kind of crosses the gender divide.
I think a lot of rhetoric, at least when I was growing up, was that it was like framed a bit more as a chick flick. But when you watch it,
for me, it was framed as it's too old. When it came out, I don't even know how old I was. How old was I? I'm bad at math. How old was I?
How old were you 20 years ago?
So I was 7.
So you became more familiar with the
So
movie
when it first came out, my sister was in high school.
And I was barely a teenager.
My sister was a teenager. She was 5 years older than me. She was 12. And my sister definitely saw it, and it was, her DVD collection. She was obsessed with it. When I finally watched it in high school, I had a friend who would come over. We'd watch it religiously.
Yeah.
Pretty much every day. And I would quote it. So let's talk about the musical. We love musical theater. That's your camera.
I'm just glancing around.
No, you stay right there. I'll be your camera. So the musical, we're huge musical theater.
Yes, we go
nerds. We go
pretty
as much
frequently.
as we can.
Yeah. When we saw the stage production, I really enjoyed it. I think as someone that's done a lot of musical theater, not done, but seen his fair share of musical theater, I think Mean Girls felt a little bit like one of those where it's like, we just need to make songs for this. And
really? Okay.
I don't feel like the music stands out to me as much as other things. Other than seeing the movie just recently, I don't know if I could have really recalled the music for you.
I knew the song, so I was waiting.
I kind of knew the beats.
Yeah, so I disagree with that a little bit, but I understand that criticism because it's hard to stay fresh and on point with music. I feel like the most revolutionary musical that's come out in the past couple years has probably been Hadestown.
I mean, Hamilton, but
Hamilton, but Hamilton's
that was a decade ago. It is creating a unique music identity out of something that is just Mean Girl. And I don't mean just Mean Girls, but the music doesn't really need to be groundbreaking. It is allowed to be something a little more broad strokes. But that just kind of means for me personally that the musical itself didn't quite pull me in that way. But I did find a lot of the other elements really, really fun.
So, shall we pivot to talk about
We should probably talk about the movie
that we've actually just
eventually.
seen?
Yeah, we should probably get around to that topic.
Let's start by talking about what our impressions were, and then...
Yeah, so I just want to make a note. I want us to try our best not to talk over each other.
Oh, really? That's just a no?
That just happened a minute ago. So
Oh, was it?
It happened a lot last time when I was
note?
editing, and I'm like, oh, she keeps talking over.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Maybe if you like had something important to say, I wouldn't be talking
maybe it was a little more
as
interesting.
Just an idea.
I'm leaving this in. You're gonna the world is gonna see you. So anyway, yes, please.
Yeah. So I definitely really was excited to see it. I know that a lot of the criticisms about the stop fidgeting. It's fine.
I'm not gonna leave.
Just let it be. So I feel like a lot of the criticisms that the movie's been facing has been, obviously the promotion of it not being the musical has been confusing for people, which I don't really care about that much. Like it's been a large discussion for, with Wonka, this covert kind of marketing to hide the musicality of it, which is a strange, device.
Let's explore that for a beat, because you're absolutely right. There was this kind of covert ops, style to the marketing that very much hush to the musical aspect. You saw bits of the trailer where people are kind of dancing and there's some sort of that atmosphere going on, but they didn't play the songs. But I find it interesting that like people caught on fast that it was a musical.
Absolutely.
It didn't take long for that secret to kind of get out. And I wonder, like compare that to Wonka. Wonka, people really didn't know. Like people that had no context really to know that until they're sitting in the theater watching it. Or at least like word of mouth, gets around after the movie has premiered. And that was at least our experience. We loved Wonka, by the way. You
absolutely.
Check it out.
It's amazing.
It was so much fun. Because I do agree with the sentiment that like marketing execs don't trust that people want to see musicals. I think that that is a real thing.
Okay.
But I don't think that it's as manipulative as like, they're trying to really properly trick people completely. I think it's kind of like a white lie kind of thing. So the movie has a great cast. I think we can definitely agree on that sentiment. We have the voice of Moana, who is playing the close friend, or the new friend Janice. And yeah, people are like surprised that she's good at singing for some reason.
And Jackal Spivey is playing Damien, the quintessential gay friend, and he is known for A Strange Loop, which is his musical. Yeah. It's out now, actually. I know that the main criticism has been the music and the way that it is too small. I think they did a really good job of kind of translating the songs and still making them interesting. I love that they kept having a live band, at least, or a band performing for all the songs.
Presence of
that was very cool.
The instruments themselves,
I like the whimsy and like the yearning in Stupid with Love, because I just thought it was a great interpretation of how this girl who's never had any serious relationship just becoming obsessed with this boy.
It's very adjacent to I Can Hear the Bells.
Yes.
She's head over heels and they've barely interacted.
Exactly.
No, I mean, I agree. The cast were fantastic. You can tell that they're having a lot of fun.
Yes.
That this is a cast and crew that probably had a really good time making this movie, and it kind of shows. Yeah, there was a level of commitment to doing what it was setting out to do, which is to create a movie version of a musical, and that's kind of tricky to do sometimes. I think it's very hard to. It's very easy to slip into very bland territory. When you're on a stage, you're locked in. You got to kind of be really creative with where you are and what's happening and what you're showing to the audience to make it feel big, even though you're limited to this one space. Whereas a movie, you can cut, you can edit, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
You're not limited by reality, which I think is a really great tool that they utilized very, very well.
Yes.
Criticisms?
Criticisms. I felt I needed to kind of get into its groove. I needed time to get into its wavelength. You do not feel the same way, clearly. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like the humor and the sense of who the characters are, the confidence of style and energy felt better as it went on.
Yes.
It gained its footing and it kind of stuck with it.
My one criticism.
What do you got?
Katie's whole thing is that obviously she is going to eventually become Regina George, or try to at least step into that role. And in the original movie, I feel like the fashion was really on point. All the plastics are awesome. Regina's like definitely like the new cool girl look.
Yeah.
That's different from what it was in 2004.
Okay.
But I feel like Katie's sense of style still is like kind of like missing for me.
Really?
At the end, like,
yeah.
I don't even think she's trying to mimic Regina because she's almost looking more like Gretchen. Like with her short skirts and her tops and everything and the heels. But I really missed kind of seeing her flaunt it in a way. And it definitely didn't feel like that.
This very dramatic change.
Yeah. The first time we see Regina George is wearing that black, like she's hot as
Right.
She's practically shoving her tits in your face. And then again with the pink outfit, and I know that people have criticized that outfit, but I love it. Oh. And I'm just like...
What did people say about that outfit?
I don't know. They were like, Doc Martens, this isn't Regina, whatever. But I think she looks amazing, and she's so hot, and I can't stop thinking about that outfit. But yeah, overall...
Final rating, I guess.
Final rating, right. I think I had a good time. It's a good time, definitely rewatchable.
It's fun, yes.
I definitely want to rewatch it. It just made... That was just the main part. I was like, I want to go back and rewatch the original. I want to rewatch this movie again. Take me to the movie, to the musical. I don't care.
Yeah.
I love this vibe.
It's nice that it didn't just do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all too easy to do.
It kind of moved with the times, and I know some people are kind of criticizing it for like being like, they don't know how Gen X is.
And we don't know the answer to that
And I
question.
don't either, because I'm 27. So as a former millennial, it worked for me. Okay? Because I use TikTok and I love Megan Thee Stallion. So final rating.
What do you
give
got?
it a 3.5.
Wow, I was gonna land on that as well. Yeah.
Not a 4 exactly. There's some things, maybe just because it was, so scrutinized, and because it is so the original source material is so good. It's really hard to top that.
Yeah. I think there's a subtle laugh factor comparing the two.
Yeah.
Like the jokes. There were a lot of like very funny jokes in this newest one, but not as much like back-to-back kind of quotable energy as
But there are definitely some great things, and it's really hard because it's like it's more so they did the thing versus wow, that's a really great line.
That is so fetch.
What is fetch?
It's like slang from an old movie.
Yeah, homage, as it were. So yeah, I'd land on a 3.5. I give it mainly props for being creative, translating a musical into a movie and having fun, being just energetic with its choreography and its performers, and overall just like an enjoyable time at the movies.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching. We had a fantastic time talking about this movie.
Yep.
We hope you all get a chance to see it. If you have seen it, hop in the comments. We'd love to hear feedback.
Yes, please tell us what you guys, and if you have seen it, shoot your rating at us. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, see if you agree, if you disagree. We really want to hear a wide open discourse. If you're a Gen Zer, get in the comments and tell us what's
fellow
the deal.
kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
So thank you very much for watching. We hope to be posting more now that we've gotten a little more into our groove and we've got a decent setup and everything. We hope you like our setup, and we hope we look okay under this lighting.
Well, I know I look good.
I know you look good under any lighting, my love. We hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe. Give us a like. We'd love to grow this channel for more people to see and enjoy our content.
And if you think that we should be heading to the theaters to review something new that's out, or if you'd like to see something, a rewatch.
Yeah. We'd
love to.
The world's full of content. We want to watch maybe some streaming stuff, things at the theaters, and maybe some nostalgia type stuff. So
absolutely.
We got baby legs on this channel. We're on video 2.
Woo!
So we're crushing it, but we're excited to bring more videos and more fun. So please join us, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Dance break.